The dog trainers you see all over social media aren't always the ones making the most money or doing the best work. In fact, some of the most respected, high-quality professionals in the canine industry that I know that are fully booked for 6 months plus actually have less than 1,000 followers. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why chasing views and followers for the wrong reason at the wrong time can actually massively slow your business's growth, and what you should absolutely be focusing on instead to achieve the maximum level of success. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is that clients won't find you through clout, through views, through having a big audience. They'll find you through clarity. Now, what I mean by that is that clear messaging will always beat loud messaging when it comes to providing a service that you're charging for. Now, if the entirety of your business is going to be on social media and the only way that you generate income is going to be through the views that your videos get, then this might be a slightly different conversation. But for those of you that want to grow high quality, high level, very profitable businesses in the dog training and canine behavior industry, the vast majority, if not all of the money that you'll be generating through your business will be working with clients in person. So social media should be a tool to facilitate you finding the best clients for the best prices that align best with what you want to achieve. And finding ways to reach those people is way more important than simply trying to get as many views as possible. Things like having great reviews, referral processes, and an amazing local reputation will always outperform your conversion metrics than just simply getting views on an Instagram video. And especially if the views that you're getting on social media are views that are built on negativity, hatred, spite, any kind of drama, you will see the conversion metrics absolutely go off a cliff. And if you're just focusing on the view metrics, you might be wondering why your videos are getting lots of views, but you're not getting any customers. And if anything, you might be getting less customers than before you were making those videos in the first place. Because views don't always mean trust. Good communication, good systems, good reputation, being a good person, being a high quality canine professional, those are the things that build trust. And you will not earn the business of a client until you start to earn their trust. And one of the quickest ways to break down that trust is by making content that makes you seem like not a very trustworthy or high quality canine professional. So let's move on and really focus on this concept that social media is a tool, not the business itself. And therefore, when you think about it through that lens and understand what social media actually should be for your business as a dog trainer, you'll really start to unlock how you can use social media for huge amounts of success if you want to, and realize that it's not a mandatory part of your system. Just posting videos blindly is not progress. It can be progress when you are making specific content with a clear strategy to help it drive people to your service as a professional trainer. Without that, you again might be making huge mistakes and you might be better off not posting at all. And the dog trainers around the world with large social media followings that actually equate to large amounts of business success are the ones that are posting content specifically to educate and document their success, not to entertain. Again, if you are making your money building your business from working with clients, you need to make sure that your content is aligning with that vision, with that strategy, and it is a tool to achieve that outcome. Don't fall into the trap of allowing social media to be a tool that you use for your ego or for your pride because you get lots of views on a video, because those views do not pay the bills. Your clients and the service that you offer pay the bills, and you should protect your reputation at all costs, even if it means getting less views and less followers. The conversion will grow, which means your income will grow, which means you'll have more resources to grow and scale your company, which means you can help serve more people and more dogs. potentially making more better educational strategic content that will continue to grow the system as a whole, rather than have one piece of the system in terms of your content growing that's actually burying the rest of your system. And I understand that this might feel a little bit overwhelming, and you might be thinking, Will, you're not a bit of a hypocrite? You're essentially saying that maybe I shouldn't have a social media following as somebody that has millions of followers in the dog training space. And I completely understand that. And later on in this video, we are going to talk about how to use social media at the right time and in the right way. But I want to really drive home the message that some of the most successful, most profitable dog trainers that I've had the absolute privilege of meeting and working with are ones that have very little or no social media presence whatsoever. And I want to really encourage you to focus on the aspects that they do that work first. And again, then later on in the video, we'll talk about how you can use social media to your advantage if you want to. Real income in your business as a dog trainer comes from having great systems, having great referral networks, having great review systems set in place, making it incredibly easy for people to contact and communicate and book in with you, and you removing all the barriers and hurdles in the way of booking in with you, having a great user experience with anything that is to do with your website or again your booking system. Those should all be the things that you're focusing on first and foremost, alongside ensuring, are you offering a high quality service? If you're offering a high quality service, your branding and business presence is showing and highlighting the high quality service that you offer, then you will build a network of individuals in your local area that want to spread your service around. Word of mouth in the dog training industry is still single-handedly the most powerful tool at your disposal. And again, I know many six-figure dog trainers that have zero social media presence, but just have a beautiful professional website with really clear systems, really easy ways for people to book in with them. Their communication is excellent. They offer an amazing service, and one customer turns into two. And those new customers turn into two more customers. And it snowballs and snowballs until they are fully booked for months in advance with no need for any form of social media content that they're really happy about, because the idea of sitting and talking to a camera makes them feel physically sick. And you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And please remember that the clients that actually are going to book in with you don't care about how many followers you have. They care about, can you solve their problem for them? So that should be what you focus all of your time up front on, is ensuring that you can solve the problem, and then you can communicate to them effectively that you can solve that problem, and you make it as easy as possible for them to book in with you, to give you money to be able to solve their problem. Again, once we've worked through those few things, then we can maybe have the debate about bringing social media in the right way. But what you'll often find is that if you focus on those things, you'll be fully booked. And if you then was to have social media, the demand for your services will be too high, and you won't be able to help all of the new people coming into your business. And it could actually do you a disservice in terms of, unfortunately, not being able to reply to everybody, making people wait longer for replies because you're getting so many. Again, these are all things that you need to be thinking about as you move forward in your career as a professional trainer. Now, guys, before we move into the fourth and fifth tip around social media as a professional dog trainer, I want to remind you that the most important thing, the foundation that you're going to build your business on is, are you incredible with dogs? And are you an incredible communicator and educator that allows you to package all of your skill, knowledge, and experience with dogs into an easy to understand and easy to implement way for the clients that you're working with, so that they can have the success that they're looking for with their dogs? Because if you can't do that piece of the puzzle, there is no amount of business strategy, tips, or tricks that will allow you to grow a successful business in the dog training world. So if you want to become a better practitioner, I'd encourage you to check out our advanced diploma in canine behavior and training. There'll be a link to it in the description box below that includes a special discount for all of my YouTube viewers. So if you want to learn more about what's included in my advanced diploma in canine behavior and training, again, check the link in the description box below. But let's move into the next step of understanding how social media can and should be implemented into your system. So the fourth thing I want you to be thinking about in this topic is that you should have a business that works with or without social media. I want to ask yourself the question, if you were to take a month off from posting on social media, would your business crash and burn, or would it be sustainable? Would it allow it to keep growing? Would you be able to keep gaining new clients, new customers, new business to make sure that your bills are paid? If the answer is no, then you are over leveraged on social media. You are too reliant on social media and you have too many eggs in the social media basket. And it's important that, again, you go back to some of the things that we've talked about in the last few points to fix that problem. The reality of social media, and as somebody who has made nearly 10,000 videos on social media across multiple channels, across multiple platforms, someone who's seen platforms come and go and different types of content explode and then die off, is that it is an overwhelming piece of the puzzle if you decide to bring that piece of the puzzle into your business. There has been multiple times in my journey of growing large followings of multiple millions of people across platforms that I've burnt out from making social media content, and I've had to step away and not film for a month, 2 months, a few months, and really focus on just my clients, focus on working with dogs, focus on my business, because I needed a break from talking to cameras. Now, at the end of the day, I love this. It's why it is a part of my system. I really enjoy it. But even as somebody who loves making content, it can be overwhelming, and it's really important that you are able to step away from making content if you choose to bring it in. Now, some people, and I've worked with many dog trainers who have come to me that think they absolutely have to have a social media presence in order to grow a dog training business, are considering quitting because they hate it. They hate the idea of talking to camera. They find it really cringe. They don't want to put themselves out publicly. They don't want to have to face the different comments, the different trolls that do come with having large social media followings. And they think, well, if I can't do it, I can't make good videos. I don't want to make good videos, so I can't be a dog trainer. And again, I want to reiterate the fact that that doesn't need to be the case. You don't have to have a social media following. I do believe you need to have a really nice, beautiful website. But again, that's so easy with template-based websites that you can utilize to create beautiful websites in an hour or two. Or you can invest small amounts of money to be able to have somebody else build you a beautiful website. And then again, you can focus on your customer service, your communication, your booking process, getting out there in the real world, training people's dogs, asking for reviews, asking if they have any friends or family members that might need help. All of those things are more than enough to be able to grow a sustainable full-time profession in this industry. But with all of that said, again, as somebody who does utilize social media and has had a lot of success from utilizing social media, when is the right time to bring social media into the equation? When is it the right time to try and build a large following if you want to? Well, first of all, I want you to go into that process asking yourself the question of what is the purpose? If the purpose is because you want other trainers to think that you're better than you are, or if it's any kind of ego or pride-driven purpose, as somebody who cares about you and your success, I want to really challenge you that I believe that is a terrible idea. But once you have focused on building out your systems, you have a really nice brand, a nice professional website, you have lovely communication processes, you're building an excellent network of clients, you're building great reviews, you have wonderful referral stuff going on, and you have a desire to make content because you want to reach more people, because you have ambitions to grow your business, and you think, if I was to start to get more people inquiring, this is what I would do with those inquiries. I can handle that influx. I'm willing to bring on other trainers underneath me. All are going to be things that you're going to need to think about if you want to step out on this journey. Then is the right time to consider bringing in social media. And when you do bring in social media, that's a whole topic in and of itself about how you do so in such a way that performs well, that will help facilitate the growth of your business and bring you an ROI on not just your time in terms of making content, but potentially if you want to bring in people to help film, if you want to bring in people to help edit, if you want to bring in people to help post, being able to do all of that where it is a profitable endeavor and not just a money sink is a video for another day. And on this channel, we will make those videos about exactly how you should create content that is incredibly profitable in the dog training industry. So subscribe if you're new here to make sure that you don't miss those videos. But that is the point in which you should decide to bring in social media content, and you should do so again with a strategy of what it is you're trying to achieve and making content that aligns with your brand and aligns with what you're trying to achieve, so that social media is a tool for your bigger purpose rather than being the thing itself. And again, if you're doing it for pride or ego-based reasons, I promise you will burn out on it. I promise you will hate it. And I promise you it will bring you nothing but drama and headaches. And when it is a tool, you can bring it in for fun. You can enjoy the process. You can take bits of time off if you need to, and your business doesn't crumble if you have to do that. That is how social media should get brought in to your dog training business. And remember, if you're not at the point where your systems are in place, that you're a good enough canine practitioner, a good enough educator, a good enough communicator, then I would encourage you to check out our advanced diploma in canine behavior and training. Remember, there's a link to that in the description box below, alongside a special discount just for you, to thank you for watching this video all the way through to the end. But hopefully I'll see you over there. If not, we'll see you in the next video.